Welcome, everybody. Episode 22 of the Next Man Up Sportscast coming to you. Right now, it is Thursday. The Raiders aren't playing. I got my Raider gear on, got my jersey.
Nasty ass jersey.
Got my hat going here. Because why? Win, lose, or draw? It's Raider Nation, baby. Raider Nation. All day, every day. Speaking of Raider Nation.
I got a question, though. Do they make those hats for men?
Wow, that was hilarious. So funny. Gosh. Oh man, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh about that later because it's so funny. But anyway, Mandy, how about we cut the corny jokes, the dad jokes, if you will, and we'll get into our topic number one. All right?
Topic number one is a Raiders backup quarterback going to be able to pull them through playoffs?
Marcus Mariota, baby. Marcus Mariota, former Heisman winner. But anyway, no, it is not. Topic number one is, did you see that Monday night game? Wow. Browns versus Ravens. I got to say, that was game of the year. That was definitely that was game of the year. That was 2 years ago, Rams versus Chiefs, the whole 52-49, however much it was. This game ended up being 47-42. And you know what the best part about this game was, or maybe the worst part, depending on what side you bet on, was that there was a safety on the last play. So if you were a Browns +3 better, the safety lost it for you. But if you were a Ravens -3 better, you were so excited because the safety.
I think a lot of people betted the Browns.
I had the Ravens. I had the Ravens -3. I was very happy. But game of the year, Mandy, by far, okay? But here's the one question that I got to ask you. Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
Okay, question number 2 then. Do you think Lamar had to poop, or did he just have cramps?
Lamar Jackson had to take a fat dump, bro. They said he had having cramps. He had having what's that word? Abdominal. Yeah. Abdominal pains. I saw that backroom footage. He was doing
he was running.
He was doing the cheek squeeze. And trust me, we've all been there. We've all.
Mandy more than others, but.
Yeah, shut them cheeks real hard, and you got a little walk like this. Oh yeah.
I gotta say, Mandy, you are speaking from experience, my friend. He definitely had the caca walk, though.
Down.
He pulled a Paul Pierce. He really did. He pulled a Paul Pierce. You know what the unfortunate thing is, though? So our RG3 wasn't available for that game. He's hurt. So Trace McSorley came in, right? A backup quarterback. He goes in for a couple of plays, tears up his knee, and then Lamar comes back after the injury timeout. Somebody put up on Twitter and said, Trace McSorley sacrificed his ACL so Lamar could poop, and really, that's what happened. So.
That is the realest statement of it. Wow, I did not know that, but that's straight facts.
Yes.
His knee got blown up so Lamar Jackson could take a fat dump.
Could take a poop.
Yes, sir.
But then again, comes back in the next play, throws a 46-yard bomb to Marquise Hollywood Brown. Browns come down the field. Baker Mayfield has ice water in his veins. They score. That they leave a little bit too much time on the clock. Lamar comes down, couple of throws to Mark Andrews, and then Justin Tucker, of course, the man with the ultimate ice water in his veins, hits that 55-yarder to win it. But Mandy, with that game, I think the Browns showed me a little something there. Are they legit contenders? Do you think after that game, did they show you a little bit something? Do you see them as legitimate contenders in the AFC?
No.
Why?
The reason why? Because this is why. You have the Chiefs here,
right?
And then you have the AFC, everyone else down here.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you want to take away the Chiefs and put in just contenders for the AFC Championship game, hell yes, absolutely. If they get paired on the other side of the bracket with the Chiefs. But I think the Chiefs are just up here and everyone else in the AFC it's not even close.
So I would agree with that. The only thing is if you got to think about who beat the Chiefs this year. The Raiders, right? What do the Raiders do well? They run the football.
Nothing.
Shut your face. They run the football well, right? They get the ball out to their tight end a lot. They utilize their weapons well. And if I look at the Browns, that's what they do well. They utilize Nick Chubb. They get Kareem Hunt out on the edge, throw him the ball in some mismatches. They get the ball Austin Hooper, Bryant, and Njoku, their tight ends. And they utilize Jarvis Landry when they can. So they take advantage of their weapons. They play okay defense. Obviously, if they give up 47 points, it's not great defense. But I think at times they play good enough. They control the ball. They can keep Mahomes off the field. I really think they have a blueprint to beat them. I think Tennessee has a blueprint to beat them. They had it last year. They should have beat them last year. I really think the Bills are contenders against them. But yes, the Browns showed me they are legit. They can contend. Baker Mayfield can go head to head with another quarterback. They run the ball well. We know that, right? But yes, I think Browns are contenders. You don't. We'll see. I don't think they're. I don't. Do I? Would I bet on them to win? Yeah, I probably would, but
Oh, wow.
but because it's like it's all for value. But anyway, Browns maybe contenders. Lamar definitely had to poop, but that was your game of the year. Hopefully you saw it. Hopefully you saw it. Topic number two, Mandy. We got opening night of NBA coming up, and I'm excited. I really am. Um, but we have the Nets are playing opening night against the Warriors, right? And we got the Lakers playing opening night against the Clippers. Are both of those teams, the Nets and the Lakers, are they both legitimate title contenders?
Yeah, I mean, of course, they're as of right now, no one's played a game. So yeah, I think for sure they're both legitimate title contenders. I
Okay.
wouldn't say that the Nets are my favorites to win the East.
Mm,
I wouldn't say that, but I would say yes, they're definitely title contenders for sure.
okay. So why wouldn't you say the Nets are going to win the East? They definitely have the most talent out of any roster.
Yeah, okay. So what? I mean, what did we learn last year with the Miami Heat? It's not really about the talent. It's about
Yeah, it
how
was all
hard
about
you
the
play the
team.
team. Yeah. So the Miami Heat, to me, I think they're still the favorites to win the East. I think they clicked last year. They know what they have. They did lose Crowder. I think they lost
Yeah,
Crowder.
Jay Crowder.
Lost Jay Crowder, but it's okay though. I mean, they have their nucleus is still there,
Yeah.
right? I think the Heat is a team to beat. I think so, hands down. Are the Nets good? Hell yeah, the Nets are good. Okay, but I think it's going to be the Heat and the Nets as to who's going to win the East. And I still have my money on the Heat. Again, the season hasn't started yet. We'll
I
see.
I just think immediately. You have Giannis, yes.
Yeah.
I just think immediately you really have Kevin Durant as the best player in the East, like automatically. So if you have the best team with the best, maybe you don't have the best team, but you have the best player in the East. You always give yourself a chance because the East is not, not what it used to be. I'm looking
Oh, it's getting
forward.
better though.
It is
No,
getting better with
oh,
Russell Westbrook going
I
over
think
there.
this is the best the East has been in
Yeah.
like 30 years. Seriously.
Oof.
Look, I
Really?
mean,
Even
you
since
have
the
the
Celtics were
Bucks.
there?
Yeah, look, the Bucks with Giannis and Drew Holiday, they're good. The
Yeah.
Heat pushed the Lakers all the way through. Now you have the Nets, and then you have the Celtics are still, well coached and whatever.
They're a
And
good team.
I'm still missing a
Got the
big team.
Wizards.
The
Got the
Wizards with John Wall on. I think this is the
Sixers.
best. Yeah, the Sixers. There you go, the Sixers. I think this is the best the East has been in many, many years.
I could agree with that. I don't know if that's necessarily true because you had like those Boston Celtics teams who were really, really good with Paul
Yeah,
Pierce.
one team that
Well,
was
that's
good.
just what I'm thinking of because they came out of
One
the
team.
East. But
Yeah, one team.
but I hear what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I just think that the NBA this year is going to be such a war of attrition with them coming back without as much of a break as they had before, especially when you factor in teams that didn't even make it to the bubble. So they played a lot less games, and then you had the Lakers who went all the way. And we'll see. I think the Lakers are legit title contenders again. They're my favorite to win it.
Oh yeah.
Are they your favorite to win it too?
Oh yeah. Hands
So
down.
give me a long shot winner.
Dude, you're gonna laugh at this one right here,
Let's
man.
see. Let's see.
But I mean, hey, the Phoenix Suns, my guy.
Oh,
What was the record? The last 8 games of the season,
they were 8-0 in the bubble. I know that.
and they got better. I think the
Mm.
Phoenix Suns. Okay, I think the Phoenix Suns, man, they could make a run, my guy. They could make a run. The Denver Nuggets, right? The Dallas Mavericks.
Wait,
Those
what
are
was that?
teams.
What was that? You said who?
Oh my God!
You said
Wow,
the Denver Nuggets?
now you're a Denver guy now. Oh my
No,
God.
but I'm definitely not. But I definitely they're my long shot pick. Actually, I would
Oh,
say. If you think about it, who pushed the Lakers the most besides the Heat? It was the Nuggets. They played them well. Yeah, they played them in the Western Conference Finals. Did they not?
yeah, they only beat them once. The Blazers.
I understand that.
Blazers beat the Lakers once.
I understand.
Portland's
Who else beat the Lakers more than who beat the Lakers more than once?
Heat.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. But you know what? This is what I'm saying. They're gonna get better. They added a 19-year-old rookie, R.J. Hampton. I think he's gonna be great. They added a couple different guys from the Euro League that they really like, and a lot of people are saying that they're gonna be really good. Fan favorites. They added a guy from Argentina. I can't remember his name at the moment. They lost a couple of players through free agency, but I still think that the Nuggets are in a good position. I think Jokic is the best center in basketball. And I think Jamal Murray is quickly becoming one of the best point guards in basketball.
You know what? I don't. I don't know about Jamal Murray, man. I don't know.
I don't understand people's disdain for him. He's such a good defensive player. He can shoot. He can score around the basket. He can drop dimes. He's so good.
It's
He's
going to
so
tell
good.
me a lot to be told within the first 5 games of the season with Denver if he could keep on that streak. Remember, he didn't come on in the regular season. He came on in the bubble.
Yeah, well, he was hurt, so that was part of it. My one thing I really like about Jamal Murray, and a lot of people don't know this about him. He practices martial arts, so he has like these. He's super disciplined when it comes to a lot of different things, and it helps him with his training.
You know, he should practice doing how to upload videos on Instagram and stuff like that.
What do you mean?
You know. Oh wow, guys, look up Jamal Murray accidental upload. Sorry, guys.
I didn't know that, but I mean, now the fans do.
Oh, it's there.
Now the fans do, but that's who I like. Long shot title winners. Mandy likes the Phoenix Suns, so if you bet that early as a future pick, I think it's more of like, for me, it's a future pick for them to maybe make the playoffs, especially with some of the teams in the West losing a lot of key players, stuff like that. Anywho, I'm going to move on to the fantasy minute or two. We are approaching the fantasy football championships in the playoffs right now. You might be thinking to yourself, who's left out there? Who can I pick? Who can I? That's not what I meant, but who can I pick up to help my team? You know, who can I still pick up as an impact player? I got 2 names for you here, okay? Number 1, Jeff Wilson Jr. He was the backup running back for the San Francisco 49ers. It looks like Raheem Mostert is either going to be limited or not going to play in the next game, so week 14, week 15. He's not going to be playing. It doesn't look like it. And if he does, he's going to be in a limited role. And Jeff Wilson Jr. got the red zone carries for the 49ers. They have a favorable matchup this week. So I do like Jeff Wilson Jr. To do something this week if you have a flex spot open and you need some help filling it. If you're like me and you did a quarterback roulette and you didn't know who your starting quarterback was going to be week to week, Jalen Hurts might be the guy for you. And let me tell you why, okay? He played so well against a really good defense against the Saints. He didn't force a lot of passes. And if it hadn't been for a fumble that he lost late in that game, he would have got you over 20 fantasy points. With that being said, he still got you 19. And what I like about Jalen Hurts is that he was making all the right decisions. He didn't force anything. When he had to run, he did. He ran for over 100 yards. So if he duplicates that performance, maybe gets you a red zone carry in the end and scores, could be a huge day for Jalen Hurts. So somebody to look out for as a boom or bust kind of guy. I think he's more boom than anything. But yes, that was my fantasy minute or two. Mandy, you're still running hot. All right, we went 1-1 last week with you, and you know what? Honestly, you should have went 2-0. Northern Illinois, kind of a letdown game at the end.
Talk about Northern Illinois. They pissed me off.
Yeah, but kind of a letdown game for you there at the end. You got some heat for us coming back, I'm assuming, right? You got some blocks coming in for us.
I finished 8-2 at 80%, and if I'm not mistaken, I still got my lock of the week correct with the Utes.
That wasn't even close. It wasn't even close.
So I mean,
blowout winner.
Hot streak right now, guys. I'm just cashing it in, baby. Cash money.
Cash money.
So that being said, I got you. We're gonna start a new streak. All right, we went 8-2, 8%. I'm gonna keep on going. I want to go 17 for 20.
Okay.
17 for 20, baby. Let's go.
Let's see what you got. I'm assuming college football.
Obviously. Okay. So, lock of the week, baby. Buffalo, MAC championship.
Oh, I wanted this game too.
Ooh, yeah. You know why? Because Mandy does his statistical background research.
It's all eyeball tests. Don't even start.
Oh, no. Buffalo, minus 13.5. Okay. What does Buffalo do the best? Do you know that about them? Buffalo?
What do I know about them is I know that they dominate the MAC and they run the football better than anybody.
They run the football, baby. And Ball State, you know what Ball State does horribly on defense?
Defend the run.
Western Michigan last week, even though they lost, they beat Western Michigan.
Yeah,
Western
that's why they're in the championship
4 turnovers. Western Michigan ran for over 240 yards against them. Yeah. The previous week against Toledo.
Toledo's good.
Yeah. Good. Toledo ran for over 250 yards against them.
Yeah, Buffalo
Buffalo is like, Oh my gosh. Expect Buffalo to run down their throats.
I
Okay?
second that. I
Buffalo,
was gonna use that as my lock, but
yes. Buffalo minus 13 and a half. Take Buffalo. Not even close. Take it, baby. For my
they're so
underdog,
good in the MAC. They're so good in
yeah,
the MAC.
my underdog pick of the week. Okay? We're going to move out west. We're going to move out west.
Pac-12.
No. Pac-12
Oh,
sucks. No. Pac-12's
all
horrible.
right.
No. I'm
I
sorry.
was just guessing, but
No. Mountain West. Mountain
oh,
West Championship, baby.
BYU.
No, BYU's independent, my guy.
Okay, Boise State.
Yes, but they're going to lose. Or I should say they're going to lose. They're not going to cover. I'm going
Okay,
with San Jose State. Who?
the
San Jose
Spartans.
State. They've been the worst Division One program. Not the worst, but on the
One of the
West
worst.
Coast, they've been one of the worst Division One programs. Horrible.
They're playing
All of a
well right
sudden,
now.
they're like 7-0 right now.
Yeah, they're playing well, and they
Balling.
they should have lost to Nevada. Nevada was kicking their butt at halftime, and they came back and won. Yeah.
So they're ranked 24th in the country, right? And they're 7-point underdogs against Boise State. I think that San Jose, I know San Jose State will cover +7 against Boise State. Both teams like to run the ball. They're going to be time managers. They're going to keep the game close. San Jose State, baby, +7.
Are they gonna win though? Are they gonna win
No.
though? Oh,
Maybe.
maybe a field goal game there. Maybe then. That's
Yeah.
what Mandy looks like. That's what Mandy is predicting. We'll go to my lock of the week.
Buffalo minus 13 and a half. And we got San Jose State +7.
We'll go to Chooch's picks. I don't even want to call them locks because they haven't been great. I think I'm probably at about 50%, maybe a little bit lower. But you know what? You can't win if you don't play. You just can't win if you don't play. And you know what's upsetting to me is that it just keeps happening to me all year, folks. It just does. Minnesota Vikings lost by 12 points. I had them +7, right? Dan Bailey misses 4 field goals and an extra point. That's 13 points. He makes those. Minnesota wins by 1. Terrible. And then I had the over in the Charger Atlanta game, right? Over 48. So give me 49 points. It was 17-17 at half. The final score ended 20-17. They scored 3 points in the second half. Terrible. We were on pace. We were on pace to do well. I was like, okay, this is a lock. This is easy. Didn't end up happening like that. But this week, my first game is on Saturday as well. Not a college game, though, because we got a double header of NFL. I got the Bills -6 against the Broncos here. Yes, you might say the Broncos are playing good defense. Yes, you might say Drew Lock threw 4 touchdowns last week. Yes, they did not play a team even close to the caliber of the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills are the second best team in the AFC. And they're not gonna keep it close in this game against the Broncos. I think Josh Allen goes crazy in this game. I think the Bills win by 3 touchdowns. The spread is -6. Take the Bills -6.
I agree with you. I'll agree with you, but that scares me though. Should the line be like -9 or something?
It should, but you got to remember Denver does play good defense, and they tend to keep games close early, but not all the time. So I think that the Bills have enough offense. Shoot, the Raiders beat them 37-12 this year, so that should tell you something. But yeah, relax over there, pal. I'm gonna go with my underdog, and you might say, "What are you talking about? You're crazy. You shouldn't be picking this team." I probably shouldn't, which is gonna tell you maybe fade this.
If you pick the Jets, I'm gonna get on a flight to Denver, drive the hours south to Colorado Springs, get my size 10.5 shoe, and
I contemplated the Jets. Don't get me wrong. I contemplated the Jets, but no, I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, the Dallas Cowboys +3 against the San Francisco 49ers. And the reason I like the Cowboys is because the 49ers have been playing terrible football, and just a terrible football. The only knock here is that the 49ers run the ball really well. The Cowboys don't necessarily defend the run really well, but they have been in recent weeks. So I'm going to put my faith in the Cowboys this week, +3 as my underdog. 2, I think they win this game. I really do. But if they lose by a field goal, we'll push, and we'll call it even there. But give me some Cowboys. They had a big win last week. I think they'll get another one this week. That was our lock and our underdog. The next segment, as you all love and you're all so accustomed to, is going to be introduced today by no one other than Mo the producer. Mo the producer, what's our next segment here, sir?
The next segment is Rapid Fire with Mandy and Chooch.
And
Not
Mo
bad.
this week, the producer. Not bad. We'll give him. I like the effort more
Hey,
than
I'm sure when his balls drop, I'm sure when his balls drop, that voice will get a lot deeper, and the hair will start filling in his mouth and his upper lip. It's okay, Mo. Some of us are late bloomers. It's okay. I I respect you.
Mo is definitely a late bloomer. But Mandy, I got here a list in front of me for rapid fire, and I'm gonna try to have you name at least five. I'll let you go with the top seven. Okay. And you know what? This might be the most softball one you've gotten so far in rapid fire. All right. I got in front of me NCAA Division One titles. What are the top five schools? I give you there's seven of the give me five of the top seven schools, all time titles.
Oh wow.
All time titles.
Uh,
Not just football, not just basketball, all time titles.
oh, all time.
All time.
Oh, so for all sports.
All sports.
Oh, all sports.
All
Oh,
sports.
oh, that changes everything. I'm gonna
Softball
go.
question, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, no, not softball, but I'm gonna go UCLA.
Uh-huh.
UCLA.
We got
Let's
UCLA.
go. Um, shoot. I mean, UCLA. I want to know. Oh my God, that's softball. Texas. UCLA,
Texas.
Texas. I gotta say the West Coast because the West Coast was a lot of like.
A lot of water polo, a lot of volleyball stuff. Yeah.
Let's go Stanford.
Okay.
And this is not a softball question at all. UCLA, Texas, Stanford. Let's go UConn.
UConn
Let's go UConn. I'm trying to think of that dominant
programs.
program that one sport. And let's go with something on the East Coast.
He's not rapid firing these, is he?
I know, man. I know. It's kind of a hard question. I don't know. Georgia.
Georgia is the last answer he has there.
I have no idea why I said Georgia for it.
It's okay. Number one, with 123 titles, the alma mater of Christian McCaffrey. Yes, Stanford is number one all time. UCLA was actually the first school to get to 100. I know that. But they are number two, the alma mater of Kevin Love, UCLA. Number three on my list is the alma mater of probably the most dominant college player I've ever seen in my life in football, Reggie Bush, University of Southern California, USC, has 100 and
I didn't want to say a bunch of West Coast schools because I was like an idiot.
it's top three. Top three. Yeah, 107. 107. You did say Texas, right?
Yeah.
The alma mater of the boy Colt McCoy. They're number 6 on the list, right?
Let's go, baby.
At 47 titles. So the discrepancy there is pretty large. Number 4 on my list, you didn't say this one. I believe the alma mater of Emmitt Smith, Oklahoma State. Right?
Oh, wow.
Oklahoma State, number 52. They have 52 titles, I mean. And then I'm trying to think of who went here. But it's the Nittany Lions, Penn State. Can't think of somebody who went there right now for some reason.
The guy who broke.
Oh yeah, Trace McSorley. Yeah, true. And then the 7th school on the list here was the alma mater of Darren McFadden, the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Arkansas.
Yeah, at 46 titles. So Mandy, the ones you got wrong here.
Softball question.
I knew the top 3. I mean, I thought you would.
Yeah, I got 3 right. I got 3 out of 7. Okay,
Yeah, that's not bad. We got 3. So you missed out on UConn was wrong, and then Georgia were not on the list. Georgia's actually on their top 15, so they're tied for 31. Actually, the only one that surprises me really on this list is the University of Denver has 33.
Hockey.
They're really good at hockey. Yeah, but anyway, that was your rapid fire. You got 3 out of 5. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do better just because I usually do. So.
No, you're not. I'm going to give you a softball question. So here we go.
See what you got.
So we're going to go college, NFL, okay, kind of thing. So
Easy money.
I got a title. I'm going to give you 5 names.
Okay.
These 5 players, and they're all quarterbacks,
Okay.
They all transferred in college.
Oh,
Give me
interesting.
Give me their first school of origin.
Okay. This might be kind of hard.
Nah, I say you'll get 3 out of 5.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, he transferred from Ohio State, the
Okay.
Ohio State.
Joe Burrow. Cam Newton.
I don't know the community college he went to.
No,
Dang.
he didn't go.
Oh, before the community college.
Yeah, of origin. First one.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with LSU. I don't think that's
Okay.
right, but I think it might be.
Let's go with Baker Mayfield.
Oh, the Baker Mayfield. He ended with Oklahoma, right? He would have transferred from. I know it's another red school. He transferred from.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
it's another red school. Man, Texas Tech.
Okay.
Probably not right.
Russell Wilson.
NC State and Wisconsin.
Yeah, that was easy.
So yeah, I knew that one.
And Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. I'm gonna say he probably did the same route. He finished with Oklahoma, and probably started with Texas Tech.
You got Cam Newton. Okay, started off at Florida. So Cam Newton started off at Florida. I said that wrong. You said LSU.
I thought it was LSU.
Yeah, you thought wrong. Next up, we got Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, yes, you're correct. Ohio State, good boy. Baker Mayfield, you're correct, right? That red color. Texas Tech.
Look at that. Look at that.
Russell Wilson, correct. NC State.
You better believe it's correct.
And Kyler Murray, wrong. Texas A&M, not Tech. 3/5.
I just thought
60%.
Thought it was like a Kingsbury guy. I thought he just followed Cliff Kingsbury everywhere. So yeah, 3 out of 5. Still not bad at all. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna challenge Mo, the producer, to rapid fire once again, asking him some.
I want to challenge Mo to something. Showed up on time to a meeting. How's that sound?
Hold up.
Ooh,
you're calling me out, Mandy.
Fired.
Don't even go there, Mo, because you know why. Don't make me say it in front of people. Don't even put my business out there, Mo.
All right, I'll let it slide. We'll call it we'll get our race going. We'll get it going.
Yes, we have that. We have that on the docket. But before we get to that, Mo, let's see what you got for rapid fire this week, okay? And the one title in the WWE I consider really a stepping stone. All the greats have held it, and what they usually do is they win this one, and then they're on to bigger and better things like the WWE title. And the title I'm talking about is the Intercontinental title. Who has the most Intercontinental title reigns?
Most Intercontinental title reigns? I'm going to have to say Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, okay. Well, that's a guess.
Yes.
The next question here. Who had the fastest WWE title reign ever?
Oh, my God, I know this one. It was... damn, I remember this because it happened at Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan is the answer. Next one. Who is the oldest WWE title holder ever?
Damn. Which title?
The WWE title.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. Okay. Who is the youngest ever to hold the WWE title?
Randy Orton?
Randy Orton. He says Randy Orton twice. We'll see if Randy Orton comes up twice. The Apex Predator, the Viper.
Damn.
Last question, Mo, non-wrestling related. There are 23 members of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that have been inducted twice. Okay? I need you to name one of them out of the 23. For example, Stevie Nicks is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as Stevie Nicks, and she's also in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for Fleetwood Mac. So, who's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice? Give me one.
I'm gonna have to say one that I know, Sammy Hagar.
Sammy Hagar. Okay. I'm gonna double check on that real quick, because I don't think so. But let's go over your answers first, real quick. So Mo, you said the most Intercontinental title reigns was Randy Orton, Randy Keith Orton. That is incorrect.
Oh,
it's
man.
Y2J. Chris Jericho. Okay. Chris
Oh my God, how
Jericho.
did I miss that one?
Yeah, how did you? I don't know.
That
I don't
was
know.
like
The
that was prime. That was that prime era, dude. That was the best.
Dude, he said it probably like 50 times a day. But the fastest title reign ever was not Daniel Bryan. I know which moment you were thinking of, but it was actually Andre the Giant had a minute and 48 long WWE title reign, and then he
Damn.
lost it way back in the day. Yeah, that's a good piece of trivia there. The oldest WWE champ, was it the Nature Boy? Woo! Ric Flair? Oh, no. It was Mr. McMahon.
Oh my God.
Mr. McMahon.
Oh, you suck.
And just like Mr. McMahon's theme song says, Mo, yeah, you got no chance in beating me
No
or Mandy in rapid
chance.
fire. No chance in hell. So the youngest WWE title holder was not Randy Keith
Oh
Orton.
my
It was a good
God.
guess. That's probably what I would have guessed. But it was actually 25-year-old Brock Lesnar.
Oh my God. I was gonna say Brock. I was like
one
Brock or Randy Orton.
behind the one. Yes. So it was those. And give me the name one more time for your Rock and Roll Hall of Fame double entry.
Oh, I said Sammy Hagar. I don't know if he's inducted because of Van Halen and Montrose, but I might be wrong.
I think you're wrong.
Wow.
Sammy Hagar was in for, just for Van Halen. So he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame once.
Wow.
For real, he
Once
wasn't
only
inducted
once.
for Montrose.
He was not. A couple of other guys here inducted twice. You got Paul McCartney. Stevie Nicks, actually the only woman. You got Neil Young, David Crosby, Jimmy Page, John Lennon, Eric Clapton, to name a few. But no, not
honestly,
Sammy
I don't think
Hagar.
our fans care about this. Mo went over 5. All right, turn the page. Let's move on.
Mo did definitely
Dang.
go over 5. And of course, the next topic, Mandy, is takeaways. I'm going to go ahead and go first this time because I kind of have an idea of where you're headed. But I have something just really brewing on my mind, okay? There was word about, there's been a lot of talk about James Harden, right? You know James Harden. We all know who James Harden is. You know how he goes to, when they have days off in a row or whatever, he'll go party at clubs and come back and they're like, oh, it's okay because he drops 50, right? Fine. But to me, that's the thing that separates him from a guy like LeBron James. You never hear about LeBron doing that on his days off. The only thing you hear about LeBron doing outside of basketball is what? Building schools for his community, going to his son's basketball games. That guy is 100% focused on basketball, and that's why he's just different than all these young guys coming up. That's why LeBron is a champion every single year, or he gets to the championship every single year, because he's 100% committed to basketball. And these young guys really got to start taking notes and understanding that if they want to be a champion, you got to commit 100% to basketball, like LeBron James does, like Kobe did, like Jordan did, minus the golf, But other than that, that's how I feel. That was on my mind. It's been on my mind. It's like these guys want to complain all the time, but they don't want to put in the work. Guys like LeBron, they put in the work.
Nice. That was cute, I guess. I mean, all right, whatever.
So
what I want to focus
what's
on
your takeaway?
That this past week, okay, one quick thing, and I'll focus on my main takeaway. Number one, okay, COVID is real. I had a family member who doesn't live with us. His name will stay unnamed. He was not a believer of COVID, and yeah, he's sick now. He's very, very, very sick, and he's now, he says in Spanish, he goes, "I'm a believer now," because yeah, it got him. So shit's real. Number two, okay, thank you. Finally, the California State Department of Health finally publicized their sports or their games regulations for our high school sports. It only took about 8 months to do it, but now we finally have guidelines when we can officially start high school sports. Just to go ahead and give you guys a breakdown, I won't spend too much time on it. The sports that truly benefited from this new breakdown: track, cross country, golf, tennis, and baseball.
Nice.
Those sports are almost guaranteed to have a high school season. California has 4 tiers: purple, red, orange, yellow. Purple is the worst. If we're on a purple tier, which we are right now, track, cross country could happen. Once we go down to red, right, baseball could happen. That's going to happen. The sport that got they got really screwed. Basketball.
Oh,
Basketball. You California or your county needs to be in the lowest tier to have a high school basketball season, because basketball is
indoors,
and to be honest, it's the most contact of all the sports. You're playing man to man, face to face, grinding, right?
Sweating,
nuts on backs the entire time. Okay,
your favorite part.
Hey, I love it. Okay, so basketball, not looking too good, but baseball and the single sports are looking great. Thank you, California Department of Health. It's about time, and all these go into effect January 25th. So on January 25th, we could do this, baby.
We're ready to go. Some sports are better than no sports. And before we conclude the show, I know you guys are thinking about it's on your mind. The race of the century, the pandemic race. Okay, we have some delays. Okay, we're not gonna release all the gory details.
No, so look, you know how postponements happen in college basketball, in the NFL games, in college football games. What's the number one reason why postponements have happened this year? COVID.
Right.
Well, let's just say I'm good because I got the vaccine. I'm good, baby. But let's just leave it at this: that unfortunately, okay, we have to postpone the race due to COVID restrictions.
COVID restrictions. That's what we're gonna call it. Just like any other major sports, the race of the century, of course, has to have that COVID restriction. So we're gonna get that soon. It's gonna happen still.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Oh, Manny's gonna have his day. I'm gonna have my day, man. I'm gonna dominate your ass.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
There's still trash talk going on. There's still gonna be betting lines that are gonna take place for this. Okay, there's still money to be made, and there's still a race to be raced. Okay, and honestly, if I'm analyzing this, the COVID restriction ain't helping Mandy right now. He doesn't get to go out on his bike and exercise and get those legs turning. It's helping Mo right now. So we may see some line movement. Everybody. But just know, the race of the century still going down. COVID is delaying us, but it can't stop the race, okay? We're still going to make it happen for all of you wonderful people, the fans, okay? But that being said, we appreciate you, the fans. You guys are the reason we do this show and the reason we're continuing to do the show, and we're loving doing it, honestly. It's a passion project, but at the same time, it really is cool to interact with everybody and to bring you guys some of the best sports content out there. And Mandy, of course, is making you some money with his lock, so make sure you're tuning in just for that, okay? But either way, we'll be here next week. We'll be here every week. Get used to it. You're already used to it, but keep getting used to it. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms, YouTube included, okay? I know a lot of people listen to this stuff because I get the download numbers. We want to see you viewing us too, okay? We got some average looking faces, below average on Mandy's side, Mo's side. I'm like above average, so it makes us average. So that's where we're at.
Next week, I just want to say, Next week, I just want to say, I'm gonna have a lock of the week.
Make sure you tune in for that, and that's what we call in the business a tease. Okay, and we're teasing that, leaving you on a cliffhanger. Join us next week on the Next Man Up Sportscast.
Wow.